manifestor makes up about 9% of our population, and their aura is unique in that it has this very closed and repelling qualities to it that really allows the manifestor to stand on its own and have an impact on this world. How the manifestor manifests is not through the mind. As much as we would love for that to be the case, oh, I'm a manifestor, so now I get to just birth things into existence, whatever I want. Or I wish I was a manifestor so I could do that. It's like bullshit. That's not how it works. So back to the basics of what aura is. Aura is the energetic bubble, your field of awareness, and it's about 2 arm lengths in every direction. As I just mentioned, the manifestor aura is closed and repelling, and so imagine this energetic bubble that really has this hard edge to it. And anytime energy of someone else comes towards the manifestor, unlike the generator where they're just going to be receptive and it's going to come in, the manifestor is going to have this repelling action going on. It's like bringing 2 magnets of the same side together. They just kind of have this force where, you can get close, but you can't quite touch. And so this is kind of how the manifestor is here to, on one hand, be able to impact the world around it. Is it has to have this very dense, compact aura so it can create the waves for the rest of us. On the other hand, the manifestor also needs to not be deeply conditioned by everyone else so they can really be, in a sense, the agent of the program, the stars speaking through them. They have this shield, this hard, dense layer to the outside of their aura that doesn't prevent them from being conditioned. As you'll see, manifestors are conditioned deeply, just like the rest of us. But they do have an energetic defense where they're not really going to take it in, on the level of the, let's say, the projector or the generator aura. And whereas the projector aura and the generator aura are really here to interact with the other and they have really no energetic defense to them at all, the manifestor has this very closed, impactful, repelling aura that doesn't need the other. The manifestor is really here to stand on their own, in a sense, and their aura moves through this energetic initiation, this manifestation where all of a sudden life is moving through them and their aura initiates something. Because of the manifestor aura and how it's really here to design to work, a lot of times they deeply struggle in this world because, this is a world of generators. And, like the other non-sacral beings, the manifestor really, will struggle to keep up and be like everyone else. The truth of the matter is that, manifestors aren't here to just go, 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 go. The strategy for the manifestor can be a little bit tricky. This whole thing about informing, that instantly when most people hear this strategy, the idea is, oh, okay, so I just start telling people what it is that I think I'm going to do. And in human design, it's not about what we think we're going to do. I mean, that's how we've been navigating our lives, since day one. And for most of us, this brought a lot of chaos. It's about being able to move from the body, being able to recognize when there's movement in the body, when it's happening, and then, look around and inform those around you. So this informing, it comes from the body. So the manifestor, as they feel this movement start to happen inside of them, as all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I'm getting up and I'm going to the store. Instead of just leaving, and not saying anything to your family or to your roommates or whoever's there. The strategy of informing is just like you're already moving. The manifestation is already happening. You're going to have an impact, so you might as well give people a heads up. It's just, hey, I'm going up to the kitchen. Hey guys, I'm going out to lunch. And these bigger things in life can be a little trickier, like, oh, I'm gonna move, or I'm gonna buy a car, or I'm gonna get married, or whatever it is. But once that movement gets clear for you, getting in touch with your inner authority, whatever that may be. But once that becomes clear, that's when you have the opportunity to inform the rest of us. That's really what this informing, strategy is. It's giving the rest of us a heads up, before you start making waves. And it's not that you're trying to make waves, but it's just how your aura works. It's this hard, compact, dense bubble, right? And you just moving from the couch to the kitchen can create a huge impact, even though you're not trying to have that. So letting those know, when you feel like it, right? It's not a requirement, but you might find that it brings some relief to, the potential tension in your everyday movement. The impact for the manifester is always going to be coming from outside of them. It's going to be coming from the planets, the stars, the program, the Maya, whatever you want to call it. But it moves through the manifester. It's not coming from a place of mind. So how the manifester has impact is that, number one, you become aware of the movement moving through you. And then number two is you inform those around us, or those around you, of what's happening. This is how you can really start to experiment with, can I clean up my impact a little bit so I'm not creating so much chaos? Because when you move from the body and you inform, you're going to create, this clean impact around you. And when you move from the mind, or you forget to inform people of what you're doing, or you just choose not to, a lot of times you're going to end up with this frequency of chaos coming back at you, with people getting upset for what seems probably to you for no apparent reason. The manifester tends to get in trouble a lot, especially as children. They have these hard, impactful auras that just want to do their own thing. And every now and then, or all the time, depending on the manifester, you just get this movement. You just get this energy coming through, and it's like, I don't want to be here. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go do that. I'm just going to stand up and get away from the dinner table because I'm not going to be here anymore. The movement of the manifester can really startle everybody else. Because they create waves as they move through the Maya. So because there's this lack of understanding, a lot of times the manifestors end up getting beaten down, from a very young age. It's like, don't manifest. Learn to wait and respond. Learn to, asking for permission can be, a good trick for kids, but, at the core of it, manifestors are not here to ask for permission. It's going to be through the body that the manifester has impact. And impact is everything for the manifester. Having the correct impact is going to bring them their signature of peace. Peace is really this frequency that is just waiting for every manifester when they learn how to get out of their own way. Just like satisfaction or success is for the generator and projector. The other signpost to watch out for as a manifester is, a lot of times when you're not feeling this sense of peace, you're going to be feeling angry. Angry that you're unable to have the impact that you're designed to have. And that happens because we end up conditioning ourselves to make decisions from the mind and to live our lives like we were told, instead of living our lives like we're actually meant to be. The manifester does not know why they move left or right. It just happens. As a manifester, you want to try to sleep in your own aura, just like all of the other types. We tend to really take in people deeply. Even the manifester who has this aura that is closed and repelling and designed to resist the other to an extent is still going to be conditioned when sleeping in somebody else's aura. And so it's good advice, sleep in your own aura. For the manifester, go to bed whenever you feel tired. Don't go past that point of enough is enough. Manifestors are open sacral beings, and so that's definitely going to be something that you have to, work on and learn about, is when is enough enough. So when you feel tired, just go to bed and sleep in your own aura if you have that opportunity, because it's a huge gift you can give yourself to wake up as yourself.